Some very tragic news in the world of football today as John Madden, legendary broadcaster, football coach, and major player in the video game market, passed away today at the age of 85. John Madden was the head coach of the Oakland Raiders for 10 seasons from 1969 to 1978, being hired at the age of 33, which is very rare for a coach being hired under the age of 40. His work was that he had a football scholarship at the University of Oregon, but unfortunately, due to injuries, he couldn't have his career with Oregon. He would transfer to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo for 57-58 playing offense and defense, and was actually drafted in the 21st round by the Philadelphia Eagles in 1958, but injuries would ruin his chance to play professionally. We don't know if he ever would have been in the NFL. However, John Madden was an assistant coach at San Diego State for 3 years, helping San Diego State become one of the best small colleges in the country. Madden would coach under the great Don Coryell, who would be an opposing coach, Eric Coryell, in the San Diego Sense of Mind. Madden was made linebackers coach for Oakland in 1967 and actually helped them as lineman coach get to Super Bowl II, which they sadly lost to the Green Bay Packers. After Raiders coach John Rauch left for Buffalo, Madden was named the head coach at 32 years old on February 4th, 1969, becoming the youngest head coach at that time. And Madden was great for the Raiders. They got to 5 AFC title games in 7 years, and all of them losses, which led the Raiders to a bad image that they were a team unable to win the big one. One of his worst losses was in 1969, being 12-1-1 in his professional debut season, and the Kansas City Chiefs beat him in the AFL championship game. Unfortunately, he would be on the sidelines when Pittsburgh beat Oakland with an immaculate reception, which I talked about 5 days prior on December 23rd. And then after taking down the two-time defending Super Bowl champion Miami Dolphins in the Sea of Hands game, 28-26, the Raiders would lose to Pittsburgh in the AFC title game. Oakland looked good in 76, coming back from that big win over the New England Patriots, being 13-1 in the first round, and then winning the AFC title game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oakland would finally get the golden brass ring, if you will, January 9th, 1977, at Super Bowl 11, defeating the Minnesota Vikings 32-14. Unfortunately, the Raiders would lose the AFC title game the next year on a controversial play to the Denver Broncos, and Madden would announce his retirement January 4th, 1979, almost 10 years after being named Oakland head coach due to ulcers and burnout. It was amazing to see Madden, at the age of 42, win the Super Bowl and get 100 career regular season victories. He still has the most wins in Raiders history. Madden would never have a losing record as a head coach, which is weird. He's second in winning percentage at .763 in the regular season. 103 wins, 32 losses, 7 ties. But his postseason mark was not that good. 9-7, losing a lot of times in the AFC title game. Madden would become a color commentator in 1979 for CBS, just after he left coaching. He was elevated to the top broadcasting duo with Pat Summerall in 1981. And with Summerall, Madden was paired up with great moments and all that. Madden and Summerall would help bring not 1, but 8 Super Bowls together, 5 for CBS and 3 for Fox, when Fox got the NFC things ahead of CBS. Madden would actually team with Vin Scully more so when Summerall couldn't commentate because of the U.S. Open tennis tournament. Madden went to Fox when CBS lost the rights to the NFC games. So everyone wanted Madden to be the biggest to be in their part, but Madden and Summerall joined Fox's NFL coverage and brought Fox from fourth network laughingstock to a major player in the NFL market. Madden, after Super Bowl 36, in 2002, left to become ABC's Monday Night Football commentator with Al Michaels, making at least $5 million a year. And then he moved to NBC to do the Sunday night games, which was weird. He was the first sportscaster to be on all the big four TV networks: ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox. Not in that order, of course. So it was amazing. Madden called at least one Super Bowl for the big four as well, when he did Super Bowl 43, the famous Super Bowl 43 with Pittsburgh versus Arizona. It was amazing and all that. He retired from the broadcast booth in 2009 and succeeded by Chris Collinsworth to be the main color commentator and all that. Madden was actually in Little Giants and was the broadcaster of games in The Replacements alongside Pat Summerall. Ironically enough, 3 days before his death, on Christmas Day 2021, the Fox network presented All Madden, a documentary about Madden's rise to stardom as a coach and broadcaster. And it was before the Fox game between Cleveland and Green Bay. Now, the funny thing is, he's gone. And also, to note that on Christmas Day, also, Jaguar Gator did a YouTube video about the weirdest Madden broadcast ever, in which he did a Division III game with Pat Summerall during the 1982 NFL strike. He was in a lot of cameos. He was in the famous Simpsons episode Sunday Cruddy Sunday alongside Pat Summerall in 1999, airing the same time as Super Bowl 33 between the Broncos and the Falcons. I'm not going to go too much into that episode, but say that Summerall and Madden did pretty well for the few lines they got. But the one thing about John Madden that was number one is the video game series, Madden NFL. He actually lent his voice, personality, and name to it from 1988 onwards. So he's better known as the face of Madden than as a coach and broadcaster, but he still did his stuff and all that. As someone who's actually played owned 9 different versions of Madden in his lifetime, I should know that it's the premier NFL series. Well, NFL 2K also, but of course the NFL got too greedy and wanted Madden to be the official NFL video game sponsor and not 2K, which kind of sucks. But I mean, as someone who owns Madden 03, 05, and 11 for PS2 and Madden 25 for the Madden 25th anniversary for the PS3, I should know these games are killer diller and all that. John Madden was a Super Bowl winner, winning Super Bowl 11, a 16-time Emmy Award-winning sportscaster in the year 1994, and Yahoo named me number 2 on the all-time TV sports announcers list. I've got to see that list, but the list has been from 2009. So he went to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in the class of 2006. He and his wife, Virginia, met and married on Boxing Day 1959, and he's left his wife behind and all that, which is terrible. Another thing about his personal life was his aversion to flying. He got nervous because he lost friends close to him when Cal Poly lost many players in a plane crash in 1960, and he would have a panic attack about turbulence and claustrophobia. But thankfully, the Madden Cruiser was around that he could drive to events and all that, and he did fantastic. John Madden was survived by 2 sons